Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back here to the beautiful Athena Beach Hotel in Paphos, Cyprus. And the players are just finishing the trial ends here after a very long and grueling battle in the group stages for the men's. 15 rounds played for the men, 11 for the ladies, and we're down to the final. And we're going to be showing both the finals. We're going to be going between the men's and the ladies. Both of them are being played on this top green here. And joining me for the afternoon is Mr. John Bell. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Thank you for joining me once again.
It's a pleasure. And we have two good finals for you this afternoon. The final featuring the men's games. I think we have the best two teams in the event. They finished first and second after 15 grueling rounds in qualification. They won their semi-finals this morning. South Africa had a comfortable win against Wales, and England had a very high-quality game against USAA, but managed to win by 9 with an end to spare. So the good news is for all you listeners in South Africa, your team is still playing extremely well, and for all those fans up in the land of the land of the Prince Bishops up in Durham, your boys are also playing extremely well.
Yes, so the trial ends are just playing, as you can see. Well, we got away with it this morning. There was a little bit of rain intermittently during the semi-finals. For those of you tuning in, would have heard the thunder crashing away. Looking at the weather for this afternoon, we may not be as lucky, John. I don't think.
Everybody was looking for rubber-soled shoes this morning, and all lightning about.
Yep, that's right. You can just see the playing conditions today. Well, 18 degrees is the temperature, not too bad there. Rain, well, it's showing 55% chance of rain all the way through till 7 o'clock this evening. Wind, 7 miles an hour. And here we go, we're going to introduce the players. So first of all, for the men, rink number 10, representing South Africa. Here we go, great team. And the 4 representing England as England B. Now for the ladies, first of all it will be the England ladies. And now for our hosts, the home nation representing Cyprus A. Welcome to the green for this fabulous final. Well, off we go. We're going to start off following the men, and then we'll keep flitting between the two. As you can see, they're playing very, very closely together, so we'll be able to keep an idea if one game becomes a little bit more interesting than another. As you always get, we'll swap to it. So it's 15 ends. There's no time limit in the final. It's just 15 ends. For those of you that have been following us for the last 6 or 7 days, rink 10 and 11. However, the rinks have been moved. So 10 and 11 have been moved a metre further to the right, so nearer to the tennis court. So it'll be interesting to see how this rink plays now, John.
Yes, well, the old settings had a bit of a run-off against the bias on the backhands, and moving it slightly to the right should get rid of that with a bit of luck, and we'll get a normal line into the jack. And the lead for South Africa has been finding a consistently good lead in line to the jack.
Oh, great start. The skip, Alan Theobald, well, for England, he's unfortunately lost his voice during the night, John. He can't speak hardly.
I think shouting for Newcastle the other night. To no avail, I may add, as Everton put 3 past them.
Oh, you're a hard man. Kick them while they're down, John.
Yeah, we should have a great game between these two leads. Francois playing out of Pretoria, the Centurion club, I believe. Well, that's a fantastic start. Perfect line in.
There's certainly nothing wrong with that hand. All 4 almost found centre of the ring, spot on. Well, South Africa doing what they've been doing all week, and that's just peppering this jack. They're very strong, haven't they, John?
Absolutely brilliant. Very consistent. I mean, these rinks on the different greens are quite challenging, but they've managed it superbly.
Yeah, you can just see the South African skip saying, well, I'm happy with it as it is now, building up at the back again, so just give me one to the back. Ideally just inside them.
As we've said all week, it's the type of greens where if you get in first and build a good head, it's very difficult to retrieve, because the weighted shots, either just with a couple of yards or even a drive, they're not easy. Great try there. These two teams played each other in the penultimate round of the qualifying event, and South Africa just came up trumps. There was only one really bad end from England that was the difference in the two sides.
You see what this backhand does now the rink's been moved. It's actually bending inwards, which is nice to see. Look at this coming back. Perfect length. It's in the count. That's the main thing. Alex Bryden. Very competitive player. Needs to get underneath. He has done. Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant. They must have been considering the driver there to try and get out of trouble, but that's the perfect solution. Well, there's nothing going to be safe this afternoon. They're all on top of their game. It looks a forehand shot. There is a line in, a very precise line for a draw. You might even consider the plant onto the shot ball.
Yeah, plant looks good.
Not on that ring, so.
Playing the plant, I think, but he's underneath.
You were? Oh, nearly.
Just see the ladies there for their final. England versus Cyprus A in the ladies' final. Must be just ever so slightly spitting at the moment. The umbrellas are up. Plant's still there. He's got the light green bowl into the head, the, what did you call it, speckled hen as well to work off.
I think he's got a little bit more weight on this time. Might get a better line in. Ooh, oh.
Oh, that's gone to an England bowl, so it's either 1 or 2. The speckly one maybe second. England sigh relief when it hit the jack. Well, they're looking at all kinds of options here. I mean, that speckled bowl, I think without it, they've got a 4, I think. But I'm not sure there's anything they can do. Yeah, I just don't think you can get to that speckled bowl, can you? There's a lot of holes in the way. You've got 3/4. Playing for a corner. Oh.
First blood to England.
Just checking the jacks far enough. You can see it's going to go back, I think. Yeah, just not far enough. 23 metres minimum. It's only just over the red crosses on the left-hand side, and the mat's up a couple of yards. So probably a metre short.
I was mentioning in the quality of the two leads, and Brett Harkley there, another close ball. Brett's dedicated his whole bowling career to leading, and you don't often find that these days. He's got 21 indoor caps for England for his perseverance.
Yeah, just slightly more of an easier game, isn't it, leading? You just find the good hand first, then just stick with it all day long, don't you?
Well, I think psychologically, if you're in the right frame of mind, say, I'm going to lead, then it's a simple game, really. You just got to dedicate yourself to drawing to that jack, practicing at different lengths. You don't have the worry about negotiating difficult heads. You've got a clean line to the jack every time you play. Great position. Well, advantage Brett this end.
Yeah, two very good opening bowls. So nice and easy for Tom. Still just a nice draw to that nearest bowler. South Africa's just slightly past the jack. Better this time.
That's good bowling. Hasn't widened the head. No bigger target.
Runs is not far away, just that big metre short, that's all.
Perfect line.
Yeah, it was a cracking line.
You very nearly put a good block in for the England lads. Still, they can still see it on the backhand though for South Africa.
Yeah. The shot's the same for England. It's still that reaching draw down the backhand. Really do need to pass the jack with this one. Nice banner there from Costantino Brother Hotels, one of the sponsors, the main sponsors, along with Bold Cyprus. Lots of other sponsors which we'll talk about during the game.
Yes, everybody delighted with the accommodation and facilities here. Beautiful.
Someone was saying the quizzes were too easy because the bells keep winning, apparently.
Ably assisted by the tournament director, Mr. Smith, I've got to say, and Mrs. Bell. Oh, very good. I think they're going to have to make a move now, South Africa. I think they're going to take a chance and get that head opened up. Oh, perfect result.
Got a horrific echo on the mic's picking up, it's echoing.
Well, back to the backhand draw for England. Good head destroyed there.
It's echoing.
I think, bear with us, I think we're having a problem with the microphones.
Just the same one, that's the tin. Yeah, let's just bear with us 2 seconds, everybody. We're just trying to sort this echo out that people seem to be hearing. I think we should
think we're taking one out for England, measuring for a second.
I'll come out and go back in. Ridiculous. Every game, every single game, it doesn't work.
I think that was a single to England. I hope our little microphone problem's been solved. No doubt we'll soon find out if it's not.
Well, Brett just overreaching there down that bottom line, just a couple of yards over. Should be okay now, John.
Well, apologies there for that little problem. Back to concentrate on this great game. Well, Francois taking full advantage of that couple of slips from Brett. Two great lead balls, setting up a great head.
Yeah, on these surfaces, if your lead's nailing, you can get into trouble really, really quickly.
The last game on this screen, the South African four really dominated in this direction, and that's just exactly what they're doing again.
I just tried to get out on the other hand. Well, at least it's in the area, just ever so slightly tight, but at least it's something there or thereabouts.
Yeah, well, it's forced Gianni onto the backhand.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Well, finished in a bad spot for him, but still a fantastic bowl. There'll be nothing short here from Alex Bryden.
Number threes have got to be versatile players, good at the draw and particularly good at the destroying shot, whether it be a few yards or a drive. That's a great effort. It's good to see that Greens are allowing that sort of shot, because that was just about 2 or 3 yards away and the line into it was good.
Well, if South Africa can just get down to the jack and just drag it ever so slightly, take it away from these English bowls. I mean, it's just lacking 2 feet, that's all. They're almost both playing the same shot, really. What's he got this time? 1-2. Oh, it's unlucky. Good ball. Very unlucky. Now doesn't want to lift it too square. Oh, that's okay.
Excellent result.
Made it very, very safe now.
Alan, just looking at the best line in for this, he's got to be playing weight, but he's looking possibly to come off the inside red ball back onto the shot balls. That might give him a better result.
Yeah, you're right. I was just looking at that. Even if he gets a piece of the jack to the bottom left as we look at it, they're both English bowls. Plant, well, if he plants that, he goes into the ditch. Not going to be any more than a 1 down, I don't think. And like you say, John, the red ball would give him the best angle of attack, I think.
Yeah, Alan played some great bowls this morning against the USA. And I've got to say, a very high quality game.
I don't think he played that quick enough myself.
No, it was a half-hearted attempt. I think they might be looking for Kenny to put a back ball in just to cover the eventuality that the jack goes into the ditch.
Well, there's 3 down the bottom corner now, isn't there? 3 left ones, the blue one, the green one, and the black one. They're England bowls. Trying to cover that. Just take a few people's legs off by these seats and they'll be all right. He needs to sit on something. I think it's too far. You know, going for the red contacts, I think. Give me any colour as long as it's black. Who said that, John?
Graham Shadwell. Yes, asking which sort of balls I wanted for a particular international event. And Graham says, well, any colour except old man's black. Yes, I know. And what colour balls have I got? Black.
Yeah. It's that very designer John Bell wobble you put on them, though, that's effective.
That's it.
That's it. That's the key.
That's it.
That Cumbrian wobble.
The Bostic on the third and fourth finger.
Just underneath it. Brett Hartley looks like one of the flower pot men there, doesn't he? Gently, gently.
Oh, well, he's safe over there. There's the little speckled hen.
On to South Africa. Those looking at the ladies' game, the ladies' final, Cyprus A are beating Scotland 7-0 at the moment. Let's say Scotland there, England. Cyprus A 7, England 0.
Three ladies from the Coral Bay Club for the Cyprus 4 and one from the Aphrodite Club. Short balls, scourge of the game.
Scourge of the game, yes. It's duly stolen. Interesting design these, aren't they, these blobby things?
They've certainly been a nuisance for a lot of the teams in the tournament.
Yeah, always near the jack.
always somewhere near. Just dropping short coming towards this end of the green. Wonder if it's heavier this way.
Maybe. I think because it normally is in the shade for a lot longer during the day, so I wonder, because it's rained a little bit this morning, whether it takes longer to dry out. Maybe. Might be wrong.
Well, it's certainly been cooler, a lot cooler today. And normally you would think that these type of surfaces would become slower the lower the temperature. Well, this head building up badly for the Durham boys, England B. And John from the Stella Park Bowling Club in Durban, I'm sure will be trying to add to the agony for the England boys.
Yeah, it's certainly building up once again. You know, they're definitely getting more front end bowls in at the moment over the last 4 ends.
Need a good draw from this one.
Just stuck a little bit. I know it's slightly over, but I thought it may have just come a bit further centre than that.
Well, you can't blame him for being overweight, because the last thing you want is to be short in a situation when you're 3 or 4 down.
Well, well, well. Just short. Good effort though.
Could well have made second. And that would be a good result, really, looking at the head. I think Alan was looking to see whether he had a line in on the forehand, but opted for the safer draw.
Just not making the trip. He had a good line.
See, there is a road in there on the forehand. You could work off that length ball, a little speckled hen. Can't see the jack, and that makes it more difficult draw shot. Well, Kenny hasn't played many of them during this tournament. He's been drawing shots all over the green. Good news for the England boys.
Just see the rain there just falling once again here. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than that. Interesting to see the floodlights are already on, John. Needs to stop now. Great effort. Really good effort.
The English ladies had a tremendous win this morning, very exciting. They won a dramatic game against South Africa in the qualifying rounds when they were all square last end, and this one went to the wire all square. What a beautiful arcane it is on that hand for a draw.
Just see some of the other players there from all the other countries and coming down here to show their support. No presentation after the games today. We have a big gala dinner that we have.
He's in the area again.
Yep.
Gianni. falling quite steadily now, unfortunately.
Yes, hopefully it won't get rained off.
Good old British weather might excite the England boys.
Said no one ever. It'll be interesting to see this. Well played. It'll be interesting to see how this green holds the water. I mean, it's a very thick felt. Will it absorb or will it stick on the top?
Well, there's no sign of it on the top at the moment, thankfully. It's always disruptive though. Players have to wipe their balls and make sure the grip's right. Never pleasant. Yeah, good chance for Alex here. Nothing in his way, good draw in. Great try.
Gone sideways. It's like it went down the hill.
Well, who could nail it first? Who else but South Africa? I think it's still only 1 to South Africa. Probably 2 seconds to England.
Yes, the two blue bowls, or maybe even the red bowl as well, of Brett's look closer than the speckled.
All the English boys playing from the Dunstan Club in Durham.
One of the greens I've never played.
No, neither have I.
Just going to get back to the jack. No. Better off missing it, I think. I mean, if he flicked that jack and ran off the back, he'd been in trouble. Having a look at this, I mean, the way that forehand swings, John, if he plays just up down the forehand and misses the front green bowl, turns it away for maybe a 3. If he turns the jack, well, he's got to go with it.
Yeah, looks the only option.
Well, let's have a look. He's looking to fiddle the gap, I think. Looking to fiddle this gap. Can he bend? Oh, that might be okay. I don't think he's just pushed it far enough in. So, one more for South Africa. They just get their noses in the front.
Neither side giving much away in these early stages. And Cyprus A doing particularly well in the opening stages of the ladies' final, leading 8-2. The East passed Scotland this morning in the semi-final and keeping their form, obviously.
Can he get down to the shot? Just the pace is just going to keep him away.
This end seems to present more difficulties than the other end. and important. If he could build a head coming this way, then it would be extremely difficult to retrieve. But no, neither team managing to do that at the moment. Bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? You get it in all codes of play, don't you? I mean, one minute you can pepper the jack for 2 or 3 ends, then you'll have an end where you just can't find, you know, something within 2 or 3 yards, whether it's the position of the jack, lack of concentration. It is...
the wonder of bulls.
Yes, it is. Yeah, just all of a sudden. Now this is very close. Once the jack, yeah, well played. It's come with it as well. Finished good.
Sooner or later, a little gem appears.
It's the same shot for Alex Bryden, working in off his own team bowl. Gets it nice and solid, will be very good as well. Just a full draw.
The ability to hold your concentration as well, I mean, that's a vital part of the game. You know, it's quite easy to lose your concentration, and if that happens, then you do, you know, tend to have a really bad end. I mean, the best players have a high level of concentration. A lot of factors determining how you concentrate, tiredness, diet, all sorts of things.
Yeah, going into a bit of sports science there, John.
I know, sorry.
Very impressive. Well, it's promoted a South African bowl, but there's still that nice little channel, down the channel with pace, just arriving. Plant won't be too far off it either. Asking it to hold. England ladies fours have scored another, so they're 8-4 now in their game against Cyprus 8. Oh, it needs to be up when you're not in, John. It needs to be up.
No, I think Kenny's got just a nice draw in again. But if he might choose just to be a ball wider and try and rest these 2 English balls on the outside, he turns them away a couple of rolls and he makes 4. That was a polite way of saying, don't be short, Alan.
Rest these two bulls.
Well, he's not short this time.
Oh, dearie me. Suffering there. I think it's just a one, I think. He's having a look at it. Alex said.
It's worth a measure. On television, I said the other day that the ball that is vertical to the jack invariably is nearer than the one that's horizontal. But that looks to be certainly green. But well, it's close enough for an umpire.
Yep. So just while they're just doing some measuring, we'll have a quick look across at the ladies. Interesting, the ladies England team, they started off with a certain order, if you wish. Lost a couple of games early on, and then they made the switch, and the teams swapped around quite considerably. Glynis to Skip went to 2, the 2 went to 3, and the 3 went to Skip. So Catherine is the Skip there now, and it's obviously served them well. So it just shows you, doesn't it, how just because you start off as a rink in a certain order, you know, if it's not working, change it.
Yeah. Compatibility is everything in a fours. Improved the head there for Cyprus.
Yes, showing why they have got to the final there. Lots of the Cyprus team have moved from various other places in the world. I think in the men's huddle of players, I think there's only one, I think they were telling me, only one player who was actually born in Cyprus and plays for Cyprus. So shows you what a nice place it is to live. Lots of Scottish live here. Everybody I've spoken to in the bars is Scottish.
Wherever you go in the world, you'll find some Scotsmen and women. And they're very hospitable as well when you get there.
Yes, very much so. Just looking to work off that. Just the pace. Little touch would have done good.
Cyprus A finished second in the qualifying event. I think that's a marvellous achievement for them.
It is, you know, they've around roughly about 170 bowlers, I think, in total. I mean, not only to put out some really, really good teams, but to host something like this.
Oh, phenomenal.
Yeah, they've done a fabulous job. They really have done themselves proud.
Puts a lot of the larger countries to shame, to be honest. Francois is doing what he does best.
Peppering.
You know, then he's got Brett to change his hand anyway. He's gone the backhand route. Just hasn't got into his rhythm yet, Brett, I don't think, in this game, unfortunately for England. notice that John Ravenscroft from South Africa has just messaged in. Good to hear from you, John, and thank you for all the excellent hosting for all our England teams in the past. Great competition and great hospitality down in South Africa. Thank you.
Came back well at the end.
Yeah, the strong biased bowls, those little speckled ones.
The other players are forming now. Just coming to see the latter stages of these two great finals. Good afternoon, Alan Lofthouse. How are you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Alan does a lot of the commentary out in South Africa. Have you met Alan? I'm sure you've met Alan.
I think so.
You know Alan. I did some commentary with him for the PBAs there, but he's been around a long time. Very nice man, very knowledgeable man.
Now then, Almy, one of your specials that you produced this morning. Well, that won't be far away from being shot. Well, that's made it a lot safer for South Africa. Took their chance.
Alan said he played against you in the Test series at Leamington in 1995. Dear me, commit.
I think so, yeah. It's a long time ago, that, you know. I can't remember last week. think it was an English ball that was promoted there, which might be shot.
Well, just a little bit unlucky. Just didn't get it full enough, really.
Well, Alan's blocked himself out on that backhand. Look, I think he's looking to see if there's a way in on the forehand to thread his way through those short balls.
I'm just asking to see the rink marker. Strange, on an indoor surface, I like to see the rink marker. On grass, it doesn't really bother me. Bizarre, isn't it?
It depends what you use for a sighter to get your lines.
To get to that bowl solid? Oh, nearly. So one for England.
Well, the game doesn't seem to have really taken off yet. It's, single shots, no real chances of big scores. Heads not really lending themselves to conversion shots to make shots. Early stages though. Well, England trying to play the short jack length again here, but once again it's in dispute.
I was having a laugh with Brett. I think it was day before yesterday. He said he was having trouble on this surface. He said it's an 8. I think it was 8 casts that were wrong. I think he said either short, in the ditch, or off the side of the ring.
the game's starting to warm up, obviously.
Yep, which was expecting that really. Two leads have been at the top of their game during the last 6 days or so. Ooh. Very nearly. You wouldn't have taken that.
Yeah, tightened the head up a bit. Another good ball from the speckled hen. A little bit of aggression asked for by Alan. Now then, which team is covering the spot? Because if that head's hit, the jack's going to be killed.
That's a good bowl. Yeah, that's a very good bowl. Well played. Played very well this morning as well, John Connellan. He very consistent. Always plays very good pace. I mean, they'll all go, John.
Yeah, but it's odds on that the jack would be moved as well.
Yeah, If it's killed, remember there's no dead ends. It goes on the respot, which is the T for this competition. Good hit. Now, who's got the T? The black bowler's ran down the back. Oh, where is the T? Yeah, it's out.
It's a mystery.
Long way away are those balls. See the jack goes on the tee, look, and just before the brolly.
Both hands available for the draw. And this has been the favoured hand in this direction from all the players really, so no surprise that Kenny's picked this one. Well, that's probably a good starter. He didn't want to lose his ball.
Well, he's got 2 chances at it, hasn't he? You know, so make sure he just gets something halfway with his first. Force Alan to beat it.
Got to stop. It looks as though he might have lost that.
Yep. Ooh, a bit disappointed with that one. Three, yeah. Good play that, you know, he was line one anyway, South African skip. He knew just to get something to tempt Alan to trying to get something very, very close, and it worked. Overplayed it and gave himself a very simple free shot for 3. So it was a good play. We'll have a quick look for the up-to-date ladies score for you.
And dare I say it, but I think the sun's coming out. That's good news for the players.
Trying to get a glimpse of the ladies' score. We'll have a look when they're coming down the other way. It'll be a lot easier. Everyone stands in front of the scoreboard sometimes. Very narrow rinks, so it's very difficult sometimes.
Brett still not being able to nail it. Most uncharacteristic, as I said before. Only halfway through the game though. Plenty of time to readjust.
Francois there again. Well played.
He's probably getting the best line of anybody down that side of the green. these will certainly bend back to the centre of the ring. Just overplayed it.
"12-5 for the Cyprus ladies after 9 ends so far, and they're just taking some bowls out. As you can see, there's two. Watch your feet, ladies.
Scrappy end.
Yep, there's the picture of both scoreboards. Someone scored a 3 here, I think. I'm not sure who it is. I mean, it's a 3 for Cyprus. That's a very good lead, but it's 3 for England, and that's showing a good comeback for those ladies. Wants to stay off that. Oh dear.
Oh, a kind little kiss and perfect result.
Yeah, it's a good result. It's a good 3 there.
Yeah, and very difficult for Alex to retrieve this. I think he's got to come down the forehand. He's got to. There's a good drawing line still left in there. Yeah, forehand it is. Well, he made sure he reached, but he just picked the outside line, never getting back. Simpler shot for the South African players. Open draw.
Yeah, they'll keep fiddling down the backhand, won't they, John?
They will indeed.
I mean,
it's an ideal situation, to be honest, for a team. This line shots, bit of protection at the front, and a good yard to make another shot. Better this time. Oh, he's very unlucky there. Still 2 to South Africa. And giving Kenny a free draw is normally putting them on the card.
well, the super sub for Cyprus seems to be putting them very close.
Alan's certainly been put under more pressure during the first half of this game than Kenny is for the South Africa. Yet another difficult head to get shot back from.
That's a hit, the front one.
Well, he's opened it up anyway for his second shot, if he chooses to play the same shot.
Just looking at red, the very red bowl where he's just put his foot against, that's the nearest England bowl. You wouldn't want to flick that away. Oh, dearie me, nearly knocked himself out. His team's sigh of relief as it goes through the hole.
Well, it's another look at who's got the tee covered for the respot situation, because if Alan does hit that head, there's a great likelihood that Jack will be killed again. So it's who's on that tee, because there's going to be nobody. If it's, I think it might be 2 to South Africa on that tee. He's going to be no better off if he kills it.
Win again. Wide, I think.
No, we never looked at it. Well, it's at least 2.
South Africa extending their lead, 9-3. Cyprus scored 2 the last end, so they've extended their lead as well. They got 2, I think it's 14-4, I think. 14-5. So they're 9 up with 6 to play. The umpires look freezing there, John.
Yes.
And he's from Scotland. Carol asking what make those speckled bowls are. I'm not 100% certain from this height, to be honest with you.
She's right in thinking they turn better than the others, because they're certainly coming back from way outside the rink.
See if the cameraman can get me a really good close-up on the bowl when it comes.
That's better bread.
Yeah, much better. More like the Brett we know. Looked like an arrow to me, that bowl.
I've never seen a design like that on the balls.
I haven't. Just looks, the grip just looks like an arrow. I might be wrong. So it was well played again with them, whatever it is.
Whatever they are, they're very effective.
Yeah, I think it's an arrow. You can see they'll sell them to you, Carol. We've got built-in magnets, I think. Oh, well played.
The general consistency of play by the South Africans has been excellent during this tournament. They've just, worn teams down by their consistency, squeezed the life out of a lot of teams just by playing very good balls. And that's exactly what's happening to England this game. If they don't pick the games up, they're going to be squeezed out of the game. Impressed.
Keep playing down the backhand. Give Alan a few in the head. You could maybe look at removing the bowl on the other hand that way. He's got first and 2/3, I think, at the moment.
18-5 now to Cyprus A, commanding lead.
Well, there's a chance, should he wish to take it down the forehand. I mean, 9-3, starting to run out of ends a little bit. It doesn't make a count here. Two bowls, would you put one in first, see what happens, then maybe try and remove it? Would you have a go now just in case you get a bad result?
Well, England are in desperate need of shots and certainly can't afford to lose many more. And Alan, every time Alan goes down to the head, he's virtually shot against.
Yeah.
So I mean that can have a debilitating effect on you as well. But if you know, a really good ball can pick you up and revive the troops. Certainly needs to get shot or hold shot here at this end.
Yeah, Bobby Donnelly's confirmed the art aero groove. Eyesight's not that bad after all.
Well spotted.
Lucky. Fumbling again.
England ladies holding a good head here. Number 2 Glennis has nailed it.
Well, Alan's had a good look at this. He'll have to decide what kind of pace he's playing, if he is playing for the bowl, or he can just draw down either hand, just try and make a pair.
He's never been allowed to settle on a good draw though, because he's had to play so many different types of shots, which doesn't help.
1 to England. Just 5 behind now with 5 ends to go. No time limit involved for the finals. Just 15 ends. If it's tied, then they'll play a tied end. We did get a tied end in the ladies' semi.
Good news for England, of course, is they're only 5 down and 5 to play. Completely doable. And they haven't played at their best to this point, but the game can only pick up. So there's every chance that they can get back in this game. Mind you, there's also a good chance that South Africa continue to close the game out. So, but the results far from predictable at the moment. Restream in the mix as well.
come back. And that's twice now, and England have managed to get the jack. They've played a short length, might be third time. Important, isn't it, just to get the length changed.
And South Africa will put it back to that longer length, where the lead, Francois, seems to be finding that forehand right down to the jack, no problem at all. Here we go, that lovely wide arc.
Just playing into the hands, aren't they, unfortunately, at the moment. Well, Brett, can you just get up? Just needs to reach. Whoa, nailed the line.
Oh, very good, once again.
Yep, most impressive.
Yeah, well played, Johnny.
Nice big breath there, thank goodness for that. It's like a sigh of relief.
Yeah, positive attempt.
How good's his memory?
Tighten things up a bit. It'll look bad from the mat.
Yeah. Not the gap twice.
When we were just saying that we didn't know anything about those woods, what they were, the name, it reminds me of Bill McLaren, that wonderful rugby commentator from Scotland, when he was commentating. He said about the Fijian winger, he says, "There he goes, the Fijian winger. If you didn't know his name, you wouldn't have known who he was."
Oh, watch too much sports, John. Again, a chance for South Africa to remove this ball. Underneath, turn it away, get the jack, still good.
Yeah, down the tried and tested forehand. Well, I think if England are lying, they could be lying 3 here. That would make a marked difference to the game and the score.
Just needs to turn either of these green balls in. Not sure, not sure. Measure all round. I think the marker just said, did he?
Well, you don't get many chances to make some shots, like a good score of shots in competitive games, and there's a chance there that if Alan comes down the forehand and pulls that jack towards those 3 balls, you could make 4, which would be a remarkable turnaround for England. Depends on who's laying short. He might already be laying 1 or 2, but it doesn't look like it.
Doing the old finger trick there.
Kenny just be trying to draw the shot down the backhand, I would suspect. Just a bit like that.
Wonderful.
That's class.
It is. Very good ball. Really is a good ball. Got England thinking now. I mean, they can't really lose more than a 2 here. It's just too much, I think, to claw back.
Well, I think the percentage shot would be, he's got to attack it. I think he's got to try and drive the jack.
And go with it.
Hope to go with it. The ends are slipping away.
What can he find here? Needs to miss the front. Not far away now.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think that's ball of the game so far.
Yeah, that was absolutely brilliant. Exceptional. Oh, oh. Now, Brett, what can you do with the jack? 4 ends to play. Just looking at the ladies there, they're still just struggling to claw the shots back.
The English ladies had a nail-biter this morning. They were 10-4 up against South Africa and then let that lead slip to finish up 10-all. 1 to play. And a perfect drive by Skip Caroline, ditched the jack. And the South African skip Sue just dropped into the ditch.
Yeah, I think it's just slipping away, isn't it? 18-6. That's a big scoreline to try and get back. Seems to be playing some good stuff.
We've got it over the 23-metre line anyway.
Have a chocolate. Oh, well played.
That's not a bad start from Brett.
2 good ones. Well played, Francois.
Very consistent.
Now, Tony, what can you do? He's a touch. Back to the bowl. Oh, unlucky. That's not a shabby one either. Good close end.
Is better.
Yep, good. using all available bowls. Always look nice just to work off one of those two wing bowls. You slip underneath, you get to the South African bowl. Similar shot here really. Sit the bowl, turn the jack.
Oh, well played.
Brilliant. Some good bowls from all four players there.
The England players will be lifted by Alan's last ball down there when he drew the shot. A brilliant ball. Gives him a little bit of a fillip. Let's get stuck in and get back into this game. But South Africa shall not be denied.
Asking it to run. He's a taser, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
Using the England bowls there just to get back to the centre, making a pair.
A crucial stage of the game this. England won't be one to lose any more shots. Can't afford to lose two the way the South Africans are playing. I think Alan's got to attack it again. Again, I think they should be looking at the tee. I think if the balls are hit, the jack might fly sideways out of the rink.
It's not an overly big head, is it? I mean, it's maybe 2 balls wide.
Not an easy shot on these greens, as we've said all week. You've got to come quick.
Looks dark out there. I'm glad they got the floodlights on. Yeah, just trying to open it up.
they're looking to see where that jack would go if it does go sideways and doesn't go out of the rink, because England have 2 red balls across that side, and I think they're asking Kenny to cover that ball there that John's got his foot on nearly.
Nearly drawn one.
No, I don't think he wouldn't want to be inside those red balls. We'll see what happens. Alan, of course, has got to hit it first, which is not easy. I don't think he's any choice, Jace, has he?
No, I think he's committed. That's the problem. I mean, to be fair, he could draw 6 or 7 inches away and still not save, so it's a very low percentage to draw.
And 2 down here, you know, it boosts that South African score just enough to keep them well apart.
Let's see, he's a couple of balls wider than his previous. Not far off.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, he's peeled them. I think he might be 1 away.
Great try, Alan.
Oh, gently, gently. Oh.
Oh. Pure class. Brilliant bowling. Well, that's how to add to the pain for England.
Yeah.
Just when you thought you'd be safe with just 1 down, then that comes in.
Yeah, there's not much you can do when your opposition's constantly playing absolute bombs all the time. You know.
But Kenny's played like that all the games.
Yep.
Man, he's a South African singles and winner and a Masters winner, so he knows a little bit about drawing.
Yeah, certainly experienced.
He puts fishing down as one of his hobbies. He hasn't been fishing for many lines on here, has he?
Oh dear. Dear John.
I know. Some of the rubbish you've got to come out with. They're on the ball, aren't they, these fellas?
Yeah. Looks like this will be the last end for the ladies. 14 ahead with 2 to play, Cyprus 8. 2 good opening bowls once again.
Well, I think we can safely say that England have really got to score this end
Yes.
to give themselves a chance.
Oh, brilliant again.
He loves that hand.
Now, something similar from Brett. I mean, if he beats his last ball, he won't be far away. Rain's falling once again here. Such a shame. It's been lovely for the last 6 days, and then on the finals day it just turns. Just see Alex Bryden giving the instructions there. That's because poor Alan's lost his voice. Grave effort. Unlucky again. Just a wrong touch, doesn't even stay in for second.
One shot, good for South Africa. If they can keep hold of this shot, it would be 7 up and 2 to play. Not an easy task for England.
John Conlon again. Relentless they are. Just shows you this final and how the South African team, both the ladies as well, how important this senior fours event is. Just showing you that it's not all all the young ones all in the limelight all the time. Showing these people have been around a long time, but still are playing at this absolutely top class level, and it's great to be able to stream these games to just show that.
Yeah, well,
all over the world.
Kenny and Francois have been playing the game for 45 years, so they're no spring chickens, and they're still producing wonderful balls, as are John and Gianni. John could add salt into the wound by drawing another on the backhand. Demonstrate his versatility. Just like that.
Yep. Just stayed with it. Yeah, you're right, Pete Cullen. Very proud indeed. So should be. They've done themselves really, really well here. I think Caroline said she's achieved a dream putting on an England shirt, and that speaks wonders.
Well, looking for the gap.
Oh, well played.
Well played.
Well, a clap there for the Cyprus ladies. England have conceded the final end. They can't win. So Cyprus A, the home nation here for this Atlantic National Fours, take the gold medal. England will receive the silver. Medals will be presented at the gala dinner that we have on the evening of the 12th of December. So well done to Cyprus. Unlucky for England, but you've done yourselves really, really proud.
Yes, Lincolnshire will be proud of the England ladies.
And also well done to the South African ladies and also the Scottish ladies as well for their bronze medal. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. Close again. Oh, just that nibble.
Well, if Alan draws two here, he could make things interesting. He drew an absolute cracker down that line before. Don't think he likes it.
Oh. Well, I nearly made a 3 out of it. If that orange ball would have flipped one more time, that'd have been a 3.
Just overcooked it.
Nope. There come the shirts. And the lovely flag. The island of Cyprus there. On the flag.
Yes, a proud moment.
So that particular flag, the national flag of Cyprus, well, it came in 1960 under the Zurich and London agreements, where a constitution was drafted. So it's a lovely flag.
Very knowledgeable young man.
I was thinking about this. I mean, 11-5, there's 2 more ends to play. I think the way the South Africans are playing, if there's an opportunity, you need to take it, because they won't give you many.
Absolutely correct.
Just
He's looking at something other than the draw, I think so. He's got. I mean, he's got an open draw on the backhand to lay another one. But he's trying to. Is he trying to bring the front ball in?
I think it's the orange ball just slightly past John. I think if he turns that once, maybe twice, he could make a 4. That's what I think he's looking at. I might be wrong from this angle. Looking at it before without the orange, I thought he had maybe 2 or 3 thirds. But it's how he gets down there without removing his own. But I think like it is a chance, and he has to take it.
He's going for it. I don't think he likes it.
Unless he gets an absolute massive fluke. Yeah, he was looking at playing the orange one away.
One and a look.
Well, one makes it 11-6. 5 in 2 ends. An additional one here would be a huge bonus. See the final score there for the ladies' game, 21-6 for Cyprus A against England after 14 ends. Might be a few wee wines going on this evening. That's what was it there? Has it been decided? Where's the marker? Can't see. Is it 1 or 2? Too far away. Looks 2. Is it 2? Might be a 2, you know. So it was a 2, confirmed. 4 in it. Wow.
Well, that changes things because lots of games have been won, 4 down, 2 to play. They've lifted the spirits of the England side, that 2 at this stage as well.
It's lovely to see there, bottom right of the picture, the England ladies staying around to cheer on and support the men. All about team spirit. Well, it's a good job the time limit's been removed for the final day, because we'd have run out of time by now. 2 hours and 40 minutes have been played.
Right, South Africa looking to seal this game now. Short ID, more than one would do the trick. Oh.
Let's hit the back ball. Has done. Yep, well done. That's 2. Still plenty of room though. Just keep getting them in the area. That's all you keep doing. Praying they miss.
Well, he's played some good balls this week. It was Gianni. He certainly needs one here.
Oh, well played again. Yeah, 2 great bowls.
Yeah,
Almost alike.
Building up nicely for England. Extra pressure again, of course, on South Africa. Every ball that goes in, that's extra pressure.
Johnny be looking to just rest those bowls if he gets to the jack himself. It's not normally far away.
No, he's missed a line. Never say never.
Nope.
Well, Alex looking for another shot, but another shot just short in the run would be absolutely ideal. Slip past. Still the open draw for South Africa, but it's there to get. Well, John can relieve the pressure, but he's under pressure himself. Looks tight to me.
Just under it. That side, the other side of the jack would have been very good. So another chance. You could just make a little contact with the jack. Wow, that'd be huge. Just dropping 2 feet off his last.
England smell a revival. It looks a better line. No, missed.
Well, it's a very unusual end for South Africa here, so there's a little light at the end of the tunnel for England. Just needs to guarantee at least one of these 2 bowls that Alan has to play.
Well, that's amazing. This is probably one of the worst ends South Africa have had throughout the tournament.
Yep, taking the hat off for the occasion. So backhand draw, anything within 2 feet of the jack will be good enough. Oh, big miss. that.
No.
Ooh, thunder and a crash of lightning there. Too many chances. Brett saying a pair still. Just hoping this thunder doesn't interrupt this final end. So almost directly overhead us now. You can see the flash of lightning on the camera. Safety will always come first, John, in bowls.
It will, certainly will.
You can see the tournament director at the side of the green and also the chief official. Tournament director is Gary Smith. Chief official is Alan Thornhill.
And Alan Theobald just has to draw another shot. Put extra pressure on South Africa. Looks as though he's holding 2.
If they can get within 1, you know, at least if they win the last end, that forces a tie at least. That extra end. Gently, gently. Yeah. 5, is it? Made a 5. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was some bowl. You've got to attack it, surely, John.
Well, you would think so.
Alex Bryden's got head. He's got a rag on his head. I certainly won't be holding anything metal right now. Dear me.
Well, he takes the chance if he tries to draw it. It's so easy to slip past on that wide side on the backhand.
Just aim for the pack.
Into the pack it would be. I would strongly recommend.
Yeah, nice and firm. He plays them firm shots very well. Just if you time something on here, it's so difficult. Just hit it. Looking to get rid of 2 or 3 balls at least. Can't see. I think he's removed. Might have removed 2 of them, I think. The 3 in the row are definitely in. That'll be down to the blue against the white. Four, I think. That signs the cricket full. Wow, what a game we have here. Oh, dear me.
Was it 4?
I think it was 4, John. Yeah, I think they don't do the cricket manoeuvre. I might be wrong, but I can't see the paddles, they're too far away. You can see everybody shoveling down the bottom end of the green now to watch this very important final end. Look, Umbrella, he's a brave man. Hope it's made of rubber. Might have a different hairdo by the evening meal. God, you can see it pouring down.
Well, what a finish.
These are the finishes viewers want on television. You know, I think England they've held in. I mean, if I was South Africa, I'd be absolutely thinking I've been robbed here. They've been so much more consistent, haven't they?
They have.
Being fair, they've been so much more consistent. But it's all about sticking in and taking your chances. That was a chance, and they took it. So there you can see the scoreboard. We'll definitely have a winner this end. Who's it going to be? Oh, there goes the lightning again. There comes the thunder. Dear me.
Slightly shorter length. Well, I say possession is 9/10 of the game, so a really good lead ball is difficult to get away from.
Front touch are needed. Bet's just settled himself there. Just a flash again of lightning. I think it's sheet lightning, so it's not too bad. Doesn't like it. Yeah, 2 yard over. He knew straight away. Found a good line.
Well, that's a good starter. Francois loves that hand.
Well, Brett, this is brilliant. Gets the ball. Yeah, has done.
Will he loses 2 feet off his last? He draws the shot. Brilliant, brilliant. He's had a great game, Francois.
Yeah, 3 good balls out of 4 so far. Who's going to finish this? This is going to be a great finish either way. Oh, well played. Another great ball. Tit for tat at the moment.
Well, he's got to reach.
Not far off. Can he sit the ball solid and fall back? Oh, close.
Good line in again.
Oh, well played. Wow, what a final end this is.
Well, England have saved the best till last.
So halfway through the end, advantage to England.
Well, both hands seem to be playing well at this length, so the remaining players will know that they can be confident of the draw.
Needs to run. If it keeps running another 4 feet, we're very good. Just slightly short. So another chance for South Africa.
Oh, short. Yes, Alex could do worse than just drop one short in the draw, in the eye of John when he comes to play. They're lying the shot. They don't want to make the head any wider.
Just stuck wide again, hasn't he?
I think he's wanting to just be around behind, but nothing there.
Well, it's close again. Oh my goodness. Deary me. Hit the ball, but got a little wobble and fell back against the bias. Nice picture of one of the sponsors there, Drake's Pride. Supplied all the umpire things. Well, that's a little bit in the way.
That's a good ball.
Kenny looking for that little bit of brilliance again.
Oh, he's trying a bit of weight. I think
It's in the area. Needs to get down. A little touch off the blue one. Either a ball wider or a ball tighter would have been good. So literally coming down to the wire.
Well, I think England know what Kenny intends to do. He's trying to splash that jack to either side where they've got South African balls waiting. It's a dilemma for Alan because which side does he cover? Just a one-ball target as well for Kenny. It's not an easy shot. The draw's gone. Alan doesn't need to go near the head. He just needs to cover, I think.
Trouble is, if he goes near the head, I mean, it could very, very easily flick this jack and give the game away. Wouldn't want to do that. Needs to be careful. Oh, good ball.
Well,
Scared me to death, but great ball. Even Alex Bryden turns around. Good ball. Well, down to the very last bowl.
well, he needs a connection. Kenny needs a connection with the jack. But I think that England have got the best back, so he doesn't want to kill it. He just needs to make it go either side.
Bizarre, they played 17 games of bowls and it all comes down to the very last bowl. He needs to touch off that wide one. He's going to get the gap, I think. Has done. Gets the gap. And it's going to be a win for England B. A fabulous win. They hung in very, very well there. They got off to an absolute flying start in the first few ends. Won the first 3 ends, in fact. And then South Africa played some absolutely marvellous stuff right in the middle of the game. England stuck in well, took the chance on that penultimate end and played an absolute brilliant last end. Great game, wasn't it, John?
Absolutely great game. Finished a great series of games in this men's competition. Both teams have been absolutely brilliant right through.
Yes. Yeah, it's always a shame, isn't it, when it comes down to the last bowl. Is unfortunately in sport always got to be a runner-up. But looking at the end of the senior men's and ladies fours, then looking at the ladies, it will be Scotland and South Africa taking the bronze. England will take the silver, and Cyprus A will take gold. Looking at the men's, Wales and the United States A team will take the bronze. South Africa will take a silver, and England B will take the gold. Once again, John, thank you very much for joining me.
It's a pleasure, thank you.
3 hours of fantastic bowls there, absolutely bang on the nose, 3 hours. So we have a break in play tomorrow. We get a well-deserved day off. It's the mixed pairs practice day. We are going to be back with you at 9:15 local time on Sunday morning for the start of this Atlantic Senior Mix Fours. Well, I'm afraid that is all we have time for. So from a very thundery and very wet Cyprus, until Sunday, it's bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.